Righty ho, time to get my next special guest on my show. We have a Scottish recording artist, Caragh, who is busy promoting her brand new single called Circles. I just want to say welcome to my show. Thanks for taking time out today. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm not bad. Can't complain. Can't complain. This month's flown by, and looking forward. Well, you must be looking forward to what 2026 is going to bring you.
Yes, I hope so. I mean, this is my first release of the year, so I've got a whole bunch of songs ready and waiting to be recorded. So hopefully there'll be a wee steady stream of new music coming from me this year.
Fantastic. So, Circles, which we'll talk about very shortly, is your debut single.
Well, no, I've released before, but it's my first single of this year.
All right,
Um,
got you. Yes, perfect. And secondly, was the path into music industry something you always wanted to do? You know, when you have a passion and you want to follow it, was it one of them things that you just wanted to, like, to do?
yes, so I've been singing since I was a child. I've been in choirs and choral societies since I was about 7. But I didn't really take up songwriting until I was in my 20s, so it was quite a bit later before that came along. And when I was in my 20s, I'm in my 40s now for context. So when I was in my 20s, I did loads and loads of gigs, live gigs. I did the Glasgow scene, which was quite buzzing back then in those days. And then I took like a 10-year hiatus to get married and have children. So that sort of put the whole gigging thing to the side. And when I came back to it after having my kids, it was just it. It was one of those like I'm just going to dip my toe in the water and see if I've still got a passion for this, or if it was just something you did when you were young. And I went along to like a songwriting workshop just to kind of try it out and escape from being like a mum and a daughter and a sister and a blah and a blah blah. And that first workshop, within like 10 minutes, I just knew. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, it's never going to leave me, which was such a relief, I'll be honest. Um, and since then, so that was like back in 2019. So since then, I've just been writing nonstop. It's just been a joy.
Fantastic. And who have been like your influences and inspirations like over the years, in particular where you're from, because Scotland has some great exports over the decades.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my major icon is John Lennon. I've always been a fan since I was a child. And Joni Mitchell is kind of my other. But then I like so many different genres of music. Like I'm not really. There's not like one specific genre of music that I like. I like quite a lot of different,
Yeah.
an eclectic group.
And Joni Mitchell, I am familiar with her. She's quite folky on some of the songs, which your music's been described as contemporary folk as well.
Yeah, it's been described as lots of different things, which is quite funny to me. Because I have such an eclectic music taste, I guess I can't really place it anywhere. But it does. I suppose it's folk adjacent, is how I would put it. And I really love her voice. So, and as a singer, it's just I'm drawn to other singers more so. So yeah, she's been a huge influence in the way that I've used my voice and the way I kind of try and paint the story using my voice in that way.
And onto your new single, your first single of 2026, Circles. I've had a listen, and it showcases like your melodic vocals, and when you listen to you singing, it feels like you really mean every word you sing. And yes, it's been described as introspective, so reflective. Would you say that's a fair statement?
Absolutely. So the last few years have been a wee bit of upheaval for me in my personal life. So this was kind of yeah, it's been a bit of a journey back to myself, I guess, in a really roundabout way. And that song in particular, I wrote at a songwriting retreat on the Isle of Bute in Scotland, which is a beautiful place. And I had got our task for the day, so I took a walk down by the beach. So I was, if you can imagine the scene, I was walking up and down the beach, just singing this line over and over again. We're all circles, we're all circles, we're all circles. Anybody walking past would have thought I was insane because that was just some woman just saying this thing over and over and over again. But it just took me on a sort of journey about what does that mean? I keep meeting this version of myself over and over again, but she changes. and she's just, but you keep coming back round again. So I kind of went round and round with that in my head. And that's how it started. And it sort of snowballed from there, but it's definitely an introspective song. And most of the songs that I've been writing since have gone down that road. And it's taking me on a completely new path from what I've done in the past. So it's a fun ride for me, and hopefully for you and your listeners as well.
And Elton John once sung, he wrote a song called The Circle of Life. Things seem to have a habit of coming around again. Would you say that borders on that philosophy?
Absolutely. Yeah, because I think we do. I think we all come back round to the same. I guess the lessons that you don't quite learn the first time round, they just come back again in a different form until we do learn them. Um, so yeah, I would agree with that statement
Hmm.
definitely.
And Circles is out now on like good streaming platforms.
Yep, it's out now on all streaming platforms. It's also on Bandcamp, and it'll be on my website as well.
And what do you
So
like about Bandcamp, where the listener can like support the artist, whether it's like physical copies or that way?
yeah, Bandcamp's great. I mean, from my experience, it tends to be people who are like quite hardcore music um, fans, more so than the casual listener. But I'm all for Bandcamp. I think it's a great thing for artists. It's a really good way to support independent artists, as well as community radio, internet radio.
Mm.
Like all of these things just help us reach more
Yeah,
people, and that's all that we really want to do at the end of
yeah,
the day is reach as many ears as we possibly can.
yeah.
So
And how would you like your music to be, played? Whether it's like, say, in a club, on the radio, whether it's in a commercial or advertisement, are you open for all avenues to explore?
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't cut myself off from any opportunities that came with this music. Most of the stuff I write is quite intimate, like the mailing list that I have, the people who are on that mailing list, the things that the newsletters and things that I send out are personal. I write every single one of them, so I like to cultivate that relationship with people who take the time to invest and listen to my music. So anything that aligns with that, I would definitely be open to.
And say when you're not writing, recording, or practicing an instrument or playing live, what do you enjoy doing like in your spare time?
Well, I've got two kids, so they keep me pretty busy. Or I'm just out seeing friends. I'm quite close to my family, so I'm very kind of out there doing things,
Yeah.
which
And
is
what do your family think of your music? Are they very supportive?
very supportive. I've got three brothers, and all of us are quite musical. So when we were younger, it was a bit competitive, but now that we're all much older with our own families, they've like what's the word? What's the word? They've accepted that my stuff is actually not that bad.
It's good. And you're working with Juice Music PR, and
Yes.
how have you found them supporting your music and elevating, your single? How did you both end up working together?
So I got a recommendation through a friend of mine, Sarah Grace, who's worked with them before. And she recommended that I give Rob a call, so I did, and they've been fantastic. I mean, they've managed to get circles out to so many people, which I'm incredibly grateful for, and the feedback that I've had from that so far has been amazing. So yeah, I would definitely recommend them to any other artists out there who are looking for some PR services for
Yeah.
sure.
Well done on your new single as well. And going into 2026, we look forward to hearing more music from you. Final question, or is that round off with where's best for people to follow you on like social media? You did say Bandcamp, but any of us, you mentioned a website or emailing lists or social media.
Yeah, I would direct people to my website first of all. It's www.caragh, Caragh, music, all one word, .com. And you can find me on Instagram as well at Caragh Music.
Great. Well, Cara, thanks very much for joining me on today's show this evening. It's been great to chat with you, and best of luck with your new single, Circles, out
Thank
now.
you.
Cara on
Thank,
today's podcasts.
thank you so much. Cheers.
Lovely speaking with you, and have a good uh, rest of your day.
You too.